little door banging, bumping people out of the way. I'm sure we'll see a little of that, especially later in the race.
We are live now. Unfortunately, we just missed off all the intro countdown and in last week's race too. So, unfortunately, the auto start was not turned on, James. So, we just started the stream right now, unfortunately. So, welcome everybody. That was Jim Cunningham you just heard. I'm Dean Hopton. This is a triple bypass recruiting series, of course, and you just mentioned at the end of it, the NextGen playoffs, round 2 at Bristol. We got the recap, of course, that we had, but they were only underway for the qualifying session. I think that we might have enough time to squeeze that in because I wanted everybody to have we will have a quick look at what happened last week at Dega.
On November 19th, 2023, the Triple Bypass Gen 4 Series roared into the Talladega Superspeedway for a high-octane race, marking the 10th race of the season. The race was co-sponsored by John Crutchley and Jason Benson and streamed live by our friends at JP Broadcasting. In a heart-pounding battle that unfolded over 70 laps, the Talladega track witnessed intense competition with 16 different leaders and an astonishing 31 lead changes. The race was a spectacle with only 3 caution periods covering just 9 laps, allowing for thrilling, non-stop action. Number 40, Ryan Hyatt, starting from the 14th position, emerged as the star of the day. With a total of 47 points, including 46 race points and 1 bonus point, he navigated the challenging track and led for 3 crucial laps, including the one that mattered the most at the finish line. Jeff Slaughter in the 46 machine was only 0.08 seconds behind the leader and secured the second spot. Slaughter's performance earned him 43 points, 42 race points, and 1 bonus point. He ran near the front the entire race, but only took the lead for a single lap. In a close third was Sean Bradley, just 0.09 seconds off the lead. The 77 car accumulated a total of 42 points, with 41 race points and 1 bonus point. He was committed to the highline lap after lap, and it paid off with 2 laps led and a podium finish. Race co-sponsor Jason Benson, the pole sitter, claimed the 4th position, and Dustin Barton rounded out the top 5. This race at Talladega Superspeedway was a spectacular showcase of talent that resulted in epic green flag battles and, of course, a wild run to the checkered flag. In the end, it was Ryan Hyatt who crossed the line first, making this race an instant TBP classic. We hope you enjoyed this Triple Bypass Gen 4 Series recap. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back, everybody, and that was last week at Talladega, of course, and the recap here for the Triple Bypass Racing. Drivers have done and dusted on their qualifying. Let's bring up the grid.
All right, here we go. So this is the Central Machine Shop Watermelon Crawl 200. Starting on pole tonight is going to be Jeff Slaughter, Kyle, Sexy Waltrip Gretsch. Starting on the front row with him, Chad Bear in 3rd, Ben Holcomb starting in 4th, John Campbell from Australia starting in 5th, Al Corey in 6th, Mark Herzog in 7th, Ward Fisher in 8th, Brad Kress starting in 9th alongside Ryan Hyatt, and rounding out your top 12, we got Matt Harmon and Will Emmerich.
That's right. Lining up behind will be Elton Wu. Jason Benson will be alongside him. Rick Elson on the row behind, 15th spot there. Derek Catt. Steve McLennan and Kyle Dewey. If I get that one right, Kyle's going to murder me if I don't get it right. We do have a couple more drivers. I don't think they've set a time, which is the reason why they're not showing up in our grid. But we'll go back down. There they are. So Matthew Okota, Matthew Prushkini. Why am I getting these names wrong? Angel Resenditz, Chris Walker, and John Barden elected not to set a time. Not that it's greatly important, is it there, Jim? And short track racing qualifying.
I mean, sometimes a lot of guys want to run up front early in case something happens and they don't get taken out, and a lot of guys like to drop to the back. So kind kind of depends on how you like the short track race. A lot of people don't mind running in the back at all early in these races.
Hope you're all excited out there in the chat. We'll get a chance to read through there. Hello, Andrew. Mark C. See how many cars Dewey puts into the wall. Okay, we've got some fans out there, don't we? Over and under yellows, I'd say 5. All right.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, 5's not a bad number. I think I'm going to give it, since they did 8 at Talladega, I'm going to go ahead and give them 6 tonight.
Let's check out those weather conditions currently at the moment. You can see it's partly cloudy. 85-degree track temperature, so she's quite high with a 6-mile-per-hour wind. Won't make any difference really in the Coliseum here, my friend, as we are 7 o'clock local time in the evening. So it's going to, I guess, get a little bit less sun. Of course, 200 big ones at the Watermelon Crawl too. So it's going to be pressure. Just to let everybody know on the information, now we got 3 sets of tyres, if I'm not mistaken, there, Jim. And is it 50% fuel capacity?
I believe it is 50%. Yeah, I didn't do last week's race. I don't remember, but they are limited on their fuel, so they definitely have to make a pit stop for sure. So I believe that is
tires get a handle too, mate, because you know not many of them. Here we go. Barney will be waving the green flag. Let's go for the Watermelon Crawl. 200 in the playoffs at the Triple Bypass League.
All right. Well, Jeff slid out there to a comfortable start there, and Gretsch is in there behind him. Harkram running up there in third. Seems like they're taking it a little easy right now. Yeah, they're playing nice for the first few laps here, it looks like.
Some of the drivers are sporting some special liveries. We'll get that pointed out to you of the drivers that are in the playoffs. Unfortunately, I didn't get the time to do the timing tower that I wanted to do that, so a little indication, but we'll let you know, of course, those drivers that once again are in the playoff. Jeff Slaughter did get that good launch there, but Kyle Gersh is starting to slowly reel him in. That's the 27 machine on his tailpipe currently right now as they make their way around. So far, so good. Touch wood, my friend. I was going to say that there's no cautions just yet, but let's not jinx it.
Yeah, let's not go there just yet.
Caution.
Oh, I jinxed it.
You sure did.
Oh, my bad.
Man, the broadcaster's curse. You did it.
It looks like Tyler has had a bit of a moment here, my friend. Let's go back and have a look at that. This is going to be a self-spin by himself at the exit of 4, probably. Yes, it is. And, well, I was going to say he saved it, but that was a hard lick into the fence. Ouch.
Yeah, not a lot of room around here to save it without tearing something up.
Yeah, remember too, only one fast repair, and I think he's going to have to use it there for the sour.
Yeah, he just burned those Sour Patch Kids right into the wall.
Yes, he did. Well, it was almost collected the pace car as well too, but that's our first caution of the evening, and it'll give us a bit of a chance, of course, to go over currently how that standings are too. So, Kyle, in P2, go ahead.
There you go. No, you go ahead. I was just trying to pull it up, but you got it right there. That's great.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and he's running second right now. You got Matt Harmon's 5 points behind him. Kyle Dewey another 7 points back, and Jason Benson. That's a good road from Jason last week. Only 1 point behind Dewey there, and Jeff Slaughter in 5th, and he's just 2 points behind Benson. You got 15 points covering the top 5 guys, man. So there's still plenty of moving going to happen in these point standings.
Andrew Sharper said that'll buff out. It'll buff out if you use fast repair. Absolutely. Yeah, all these 10 drivers here are in the playoff contentions, as far as I believe, unless it's 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is 11. That's the 11 at the moment.
Yep.
As you said. So, yeah.
You can't leave the Aussie out, man.
I can't leave the Aussie out, John. You got to get a good result.
No, you can't.
He's currently running in 9th at the moment in the race, too, but it's only early days, as we're aware. Stage breaks. We will go to, and I'll tell you that information in a second. It's lap 70, was it? Am I mistaken, my friend? Or we have
you told me.
Yeah.
I'm old, though. My memory's terrible.
70.
It was either... Yes, 70.
So lap 70, we will have a stage break, so we'll go to a caution on lap 70, guaranteed. And then it's 130 lap shootout to the end. That's right. Fixed setup and 50% fuel, 3 tyre changes. So I wonder if that's 3 with the additional set that you start the race with. That'll be a question for you drivers out there, if you are aware of it. And just that 1 fast repair. So sometimes you wouldn't want to necessarily burn it up. Tyler's going to get that fixed, and it's probably not a bad idea, isn't it? He's not going to elect to use that fast repair immediately. He's going to go a couple of laps down, but hey, in Bristol, baby.
But he's going to, he's going to be the only car a lap down. So if he gets another quick caution or two, he can jump right back up there and get back into the race. So that's not the worst idea in the world at all, actually.
100%. Yeah, chip it
out. If they run a long green flag stretch here, then his gamble won't have paid off. But if he gets another couple of quick cautions, next 10, 20 laps or so, he'll be in good shape. He can get those laps back.
Fire up the Aussie fans and need that rapid theft bus in this league. What are you saying, John Campbell? Let's go green flag racing again. Let's see how long we can get that when you re-rack and restack them. Cautions breed cautions. Jeff Slaughter in the lead.
Yeah, and we get Gretsch coming in here with the sexy Waltrip paint job. I love that paint job. I'm sure you obviously know who Michael Waltrip was. He was a long-time NASCAR driver, had a 20-plus year career, and that was basically his paint scheme. It was Napa, and so he's a little play on the Napa paint scheme with sexy Waltrip. It's just kind of a funny thing. I don't know actually where that comes from with him, but I just love the paint job and the throwback to Michael Waltrip. So.
Oh, there you go. You can see the livery on there for the man from Kyle Gresh, says from Richmond. And as he continues to put some pressure on. Big gap back to, and I'd have to say there's another record that might be, there it is. That's Angel and Matt Harmon, I think, as well, too, involved. Yes, it is. So there's the 28
Matt, he runs that, he runs that Davey Allison throwback paint scheme. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I believe our Sour Patch Kids car was involved in this one, too. I thought I saw him coming off the wall. Oh, Matt. Well, that's easy to do at Bristol.
Yeah, they kept it out of the fence, didn't he? That's not bad. Yeah, you can see the little aftermath, and I think that's over here. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Yep.
That's Angel gets.
Did he get into it or just kind of slid up a little bit?
No, look at the 160.
Oh, yeah.
It's Tyler. Yeah, no, 160 gets into it himself. Okay. I think it got caught off by the caution coming out, so he's going flat out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden.
I don't think he hurt his car.
Oh, no. Sees the spin. Goes to react by lifting off.
Oh, he did do a little. He does do a little damage to the back of that. I can't read the number on that IHOP car there that he hit.
I'd expect him probably to go into pit road. Yes, it is. So Angel Resenditz is going in. Tyler's a lap down.
I hope he doesn't. He shouldn't have to use his fast repair for that. Didn't appear that he got any damage that would affect his spoiler. Nah, spoiler looks good.
Got the Duracell livery on there too, so powered by the energy bunny.
So, being from Australia, when I said Matt Harmon's running that Davey Allison paint scheme, you probably don't know who Davey Allison was either.
No, sir.
No, that's fine. That's good. Davey Allison was the son of the legendary Bobby Allison, who's old school, one of the original guys in NASCAR kind of thing. His son Davey came up and he was really fast and he was, kind of going to be the next great driver, and unfortunately died in a helicopter crash. When he was pretty young, and he ran that paint scheme right there. Was sponsored by Texaco, and that was their paint scheme. And Matt's paying tribute. He loved Davey Allison. We talked about that on another show. He was a big Davey Allison fan, so he runs that same paint scheme with his Harmon stuff on it because of the Davey Allison thing.
All right, I didn't know that. Thank you very much. I do know that what I can tell you is our driver sponsor of the race is this man, number 3, Ryan Hyatt, who unfortunately is 13 places down currently at the moment. Now, quite sure what happened to Ryan. Did he jump in here for the Tennessee Storm chase? Is he chasing a storm or something like that for Ryan?
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he had a moment that we didn't capture on camera, but he is our driver sponsor. Thank you very much for that, the Triple Bypass Racing. Let's see if the Green Machine can get his way.
Yeah, if you get a chance, if you got a chance, I'd love to know what happened to him, just because he is a race sponsor, and we probably should have been paying more attention to that instead of telling Davey Allison stories.
Well, I don't have anything on the race event control or anything that highlighted his car going off track or crashing or anything. So no, but he did go down to pit road. So that's obviously the reason why he's down. But as for why
maybe he had some kind of connection issue or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, lap 8 he went down to pit road. So that was I think we were down. I think that wasn't the first caution. Anyway, back to you, Barney, as well, too. To wave that flag. Let's go re-rack and restack them. Jeff's still in the lead.
Oh, Barney's going to have a sore arm before the night's over. Yeah, Slaughter slides out there again, man. He's good on these restarts tonight so far. And, here, Gretsch is not having any of it. Now he's going to move on up there. He wants to lead some laps, it looks like.
Yeah.
He's still got Harkram back there in third. They've been running same guys up front pretty much in the same order since this thing started.
Yeah, they haven't really had a chance to get any overtakes done. It is it's not easy to overtake in Bristol when everybody's got the same tyres, same fuel and all that sort of jazz. And it comes into play a little bit later on how you burn through those tyres. Yeah. And of course it looks like
when the tires get a little worn here, then they'll start spreading out. Some guys will go up, start running that high line. Some guys will still run that low line. Got another one.
Derek will run the low line, mate.
He might be all right, though. He might be all right. I mean, as far as not bringing out a caution, I mean, he's not all right. He definitely hurt that car, but he's not going to bring out a caution.
Yeah, we just saw that.
Yeah, once those tires wear out, these guys will start moving around. You'll have some running a high line, some running the low line, and in that case, we'll be see a little more action, passing and stuff like that.
Carl's trying to bring Sexy back. Ben Harcum up one place there in the P4. They're starting to get back a little bit. We're talking about half a second. Ben's starting to claw their min current in a moment. Chad Bear, Al, the boss man, and Al Corey in the P5. Sixth position for Will Emmett here. So good job there for the 405 machine. You can see Ward Fisher, and then there's the Thunder from Down Under, John Campbell in the P8 position there. And I'm talking In-N-Out Burger caught there from Mark Hertz. Mate, don't tease me. I can't get in and out here in Australia. Lap 26 of 70 for our stage break, mate.
Do you have Krispy Kreme donuts? Because that's what JC John Campbell's running.
I know.
Yeah, JC John Campbell's running that Krispy Kreme.
He must have it somewhere in his neck of the woods of Australia, probably, if he's got it on there, or he just misses it when he's traveling, that he can't have it.
Yeah, right. By the way, I got a message from Race Control letting us know that Ryan Hyatt unfortunately had a computer crash.
Oh, okay.
And that's what put him a few laps down. That's so unfortunate, especially in the race he's sponsored, and I believe this whole series is sponsored by the Tennessee Storm Chasers. So, that's unfortunate for him.
He's lucky to get back in the session, actually, with the computer crash. Like, I guess you could allow him to rejoin. So, Ward Fisher goes down at the pit road, and a really weird angle there for the machine.
That was definitely a weird angle.
Yeah, one of this little semi-spin or something like that, and I elected just to get out of pit road anyway, rather than trying to make your way back out the track, because there's two pits in this track. I'm not quite sure which configuration they were running. I remember when I was running a test for the stream, I had to choose one from the AI opposition.
Yeah, no, they're running the dual pit roads tonight. So there's a pit road on each side. There's a pit entrance on each side in that dual configuration. When the one entrance, there's only one pit road entrance, and you have to go all the way around, which was the old setup, which was not very convenient.
Check out the battle of Mark.
So they switched it to this.
Thank you for that. I didn't know. Yeah, look at this. So boxed in currently at the moment to the fences to 51. He's got nowhere to go if you want to get an overtake. If you get hurt down, you're going to have to door bang or turn Mark out of this one. If you can get the speed, maybe a bit to hunt down that 42, that's Jason Benson at the moment. That's the Gagler cars. This is for 8th position currently at the moment. You see in the pictures.
Yeah, so you got 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all running right there together. That's it's a big old gaggle of cars, like you said. There's that's a newer Napa paint scheme right there.
Yeah, up on the fence 42. That's Jason.
Yeah. I'm trying to recognize that car. Benson. Oh, that's Benson. Yeah, okay.
He's got the Stay Puff.
With his Stay Puff, yes. Yes.
Who are you going to call? Oh, door banging there for the 57. Right. I like it.
That is Stay Puff man.
From the Ghostbusters, obviously, if you've seen this fantastic racing back here, this is where we've kind of got appeal because this is the Hornet's Nest currently of our triple bypass. It's the Watermelon 500.
200.
200. Yeah, sorry. I'm always thinking about this 500 race that I was talking to you about earlier in the green room.
But this would be a long race if it was 500 laps at Bristol. That would hurt.
Yeah, those 3 sets of tires. You'd be in big
trouble.
So
as well. Since you are from Australia, Bristol used to be a different track and same length and everything, but it was a lot flatter and the surface was really worn out. And it was only one line. It was just the bottom line. You had to knock somebody out of the way to get by them. And I don't know how long ago now, 20, 25 years ago or so, they reconfigured it and put these high banks in. And one NASCAR driver, I'm not sure who it was, described it as like flying a fighter jet in a football stadium, going around this place, because at high banks you can carry so much speed. For a little short track, they're flying in this place.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's very, very bumpy. You can see as you get. And the suspension, of course, is fixed setup, so they're not able to change that around too much. But yep. Well, on top of that, it's the grip too, isn't it? Those tires, when you start wearing them, some drivers are really smooth in, steady eddies on the steering there, and can really take care of those tires and eat a couple more laps out of them when it counts, of course, and it counts when you get into the stage break or end of the race. As Andrew was talking about, we might not know about Krispy Kremes, but no Americans know about the Zinger Stacker. There you go, mate. So you don't know what a Zinger Stacker?
I don't know. I mean, I think I know what a Zinger is. We have a Zinger in the United States. I don't know if it's the same thing. Yeah. It's basically like a Twinkie with icing on it.
No. Our Zingers. Oh, into the fence. That's Steve.
Yeah.
I knew he was getting a little bit on the high line there for 51, but it shouldn't have too much damage there, should it, Jim? If you did hit it side on.
No, that's the beautiful part about running these high lines at these tracks like that. If you do happen to slip up in there, it's not horrible. I'm a high line runner myself, so I love the high line.
At the moment, Jeff has dropped back big time. We haven't really been paying attention to that, unfortunately. Sorry about that one, Jeff. Jeff's probably like, that's fine with me.
Yeah, right. He's real. Did you show anything on the events that shows he hit the wall or something?
He must have had a tangle with the fence at least, or he's just lifted off at the moment to save some tires, but he's dropped back currently to P6 from P1.
No, he's not driving like he's saving tires. He may have burnt the tires off of it, and that's all he's got left.
Yeah, right on board. You can give us a driver's perspective of it. If he's struggling with any damage on that car, it looks pretty normal to me.
No, he's got a lot of wheel cranked in it right there, but he seems to be responding well. But I don't know. He's not. My guess is strictly a guess that he's probably toasted those tires running hard up front, and they just fell off a little bit, and he's just dropping it back to not hit the wall, not damage his race. There's plenty of time. We still got 150 laps left in this race, so.
Speaking of,
that'd be my guess. I don't know. He didn't seem to be fighting it too bad, like he had damage. It just looked like he was taking it easy. Probably, like I said, probably his tires.
Chad Bear battling it out with Ben Harcum. That's your battle currently for P2 and P3. Well, that battle's kind of a little bit done and dusted at the moment. There, Bear Harcum did go up into the fence there for the spicy entry of the number 78. Now you can see what's on that dash there. Something about holy rollers. I can't see that. Hot sauce.
Hot sauce, yeah. That is a spicy entry, apparently.
Yes, it is. Now
I don't
it
know
looks
if
like Muck and Al. Al is the boss man. He's making his way back up slowly but surely in P4, the number 45 machine. So he's got Canadian tyres on that one. If you want to talk to a Canadian about tyres, talk to Jeff Slaughter. He's a little bit further back down the road. And right back behind them is Brad Kress and the Aussie John Campbell going for it too for now. And that's Jeff Slaughter just up the road there from them. So there you go.
Well, there's old JC John Campbell. Yeah, Slaughter's. I got to believe it's his tires, man. And yeah, that's got to be what it is.
Yeah, being up front, you shouldn't. Well, you think you're pushing yourself a little bit too hard on those tires, and that's the reason.
Well, he was getting a lot of pressure early on, and I mean, you can overdrive it being up there. That happens. And maybe that's his style. Maybe he's just an aggressive driver. But I mean, he's fine. He's not going to draw back too far when they get some fresh tires. I'm sure he had speed all night. I'm sure he'll have it again.
We're getting some good running at the moment, which is fantastic. So touch wood that that's not going to be happening. We've only about 10 laps left of the stage one. You can see John Campbell putting a bit of pressure on what we suspect the wounded Jeff Slaughter car. Speaking of Jeff Slaughter as well, too, my friend, you get the sponsor there. The Slaughter Racing Designs there, the Tennessee Storm Chasers here at Bristol. Racing the way it ought to be. There it is. So, yeah, I like those graphics there, Jeff. And
he must like iced tea. He's got some mint leaves on the side of his car there.
Yes, it does. These other drivers are going to be looking at those mint leaves very soon because there's a gaggle of traffic right behind Jeff.
Yeah, they're running 3 wide right there, man.
Lets them by, actually.
I'm sure Slaughter wanted no part of being in the middle of 3 wide right there. Especially not when if your tires are rough.
Guess it's the number 3. Look, they unlap themselves all the way through here at the moment, so he's not giving up, Ryan. Good on you, Ryan.
Oh, and he's running it too, man. He's got the wheels. He's cutting it loose, sliding through the turns. So where is he now? Where's he at? How many laps down is he?
He currently, as you can see on the screen, 6 laps down from the timing tower. So
yeah, well, that's good. He's running it hard. I like that.
We've got 5 laps to go, and then we will go caution for the stage break, as you can currently see on your screen.
I tell you what, he's flying. He's moving. He's holding
you
it right down on the bottom.
Said from some of the drivers, right, saying, hey, you got to get around here, and you got to fly. Or it feels like
yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, that's what they used to say.
Chad Bear got past Kyle for the lead now. Al's down, and now is this another driver that started to burn out their tires? Well, that's the thing. Look at that. Kyle's had left off big time. You got traffic too, mate.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it appears that Gretsch might have toasted his tires a little bit. Man, Herzog's usually not up here this early fighting. He's usually kind of conservative, kind of stays back a little bit, and bides his time. But he's not playing right now. He's up there.
Sneak ahead. Yeah, these two are a little bit of a switch between them, as we do see a couple of cars. Chad at the moment looking in a good position.
Out there.
2 to go in the stage break at the moment for the Jim Beam 91 entry. He'll be celebrating a bit of Jim Beam later on if he gets himself a nice stage victory, which it looks to go. 2 to go is nothing at the moment. It'll be 1 to go, so you're going to pass Barney there. Bingo.
Yeah, no, he's got...
Oh, he's done, actually. That's the last lap. That's called the stage break.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Well, there you go, yeah. So Chad Bear slid up there and got that stage victory with Al Corey running second and Mark Herzog in third. And Kyle Gretsch in fourth right there. Brad Kress, we hadn't heard anything out of him tonight. That's another one. He kind of hangs back, saves his stuff for late in the race. And you got Ben Harcum, John Campbell, Kyle Dewey, and Steve McClendon in the and Elton Wu rounding out the top 10. That's another one, Elton Wu. I hadn't heard much out of him yet tonight, too. He'll get up there and make some noise before it's over with.
Expect to see busy pit road at the moment as well.
Oh, yeah. Everybody here will be pitting except for maybe somebody who's trying to, pick a lap up or something.
If you just tuned in, stage 1 is completed. We made it to lap 70 with only 2 cautions, really. This is the 3rd caution that's been caused by the stage break, so no incidents on that one. We're expecting these drivers to come back in. He's elected, I don't want the first pit stop entry, I'll take the second. And as they make their way back down, a couple of drivers will stay out, but I think Will Ermit stayed out. I'm not quite sure why. You'd see that like of Angel would probably stay out, airboxed on lap 15, but then again, full fresh tyres, full freshies.
Oh no, yeah, you're gonna at this point in the race, man, you got to get rubber and full of fuel just in case you get another long run.
Yeah, it will be 130 laps to the end, mate.
Andrew Sharp in the YouTube chat says you got to make sure to let me know that Zinger Stacker is not a Twinkie. We never did finish.
Yeah, no, you said that. You said you know what a Zinger is, right? KFC? Oh, you don't have the KFC Zinger?
Well,
no.
No, I don't know what that is. Is it a Zinger sandwich?
Yeah,
like from KFC.
Yes, sir.
We may have that. We may. I'm not a big KFC guy, so I don't.
All right.
I'm from the South. You probably never heard of, but I'm a Popeyes fried chicken.
Oh yeah,
guy.
no, we have even Popeyes in Panama. Believe it or not, when I was living in Panama, they have Popeyes there. It's very popular. Yeah, what part of the South are you from, Jim?
I'm originally from Louisiana, which is where Popeyes is from.
Okay.
But I live in Texas now, so.
Yep. Also, Louisiana, mate. You make gumbo?
Oh, Gumbo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually my dog's name is Gumbo.
Have you ever had gumbo out there, Andrew? Let's quickly get a quick chat, if we can, my friend, to our Stage 1 winner.
Yeah.
Which was, if I remember correctly. Again,
am I supposed to pull him in?
Yeah, if you can. Chad, right?
I never figured that out. Yeah, I never figured that out yet.
All right. I don't think Chad is even in the chat to yank him up here, actually. I don't see him.
Yeah, that's not. Why don't we see if we can pull in one of those guys, maybe that maybe hurt their tires? That we can ask them about their tires.
Yes, Jeff Slaughter then.
Yeah, or Gretsch, either one. If you see one of them in there,
I don't think we're gonna have time now at the moment. Anyway, you see the pace car lights are off, so we'll see if we can get them next time. As we're gonna go green flag racing in a second. Here we go.
Yeah.
Watermelon Crawl 200 crawling their way now for the final part of the race because the stage break is over. No more stage breaks now. You got to do 126 laps to get to the final. Whoa! Really lifting off at the moment for the 57, isn't it? And Mark going to yield that position. Chad will actually yield that position.
Tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, those cold tires got down low, and them cold tires look like they broke loose on him a little bit there. This is not an easy track with cold tires, man. It takes a couple of laps to get them warmed up to temperature here for sure.
So there's Carl. Gone.
Yeah, he's
Chad Baird.
Yeah, he's
Mark Herzog, Ben Harcum, Brad Kress, Stephen McLaren, and John Campbell. Stevie, we haven't really seen too much of Stevie here, but this man. That's the 151. There's a 1 on there somewhere. It's a tiny little one if you can see it. But he's up 11, so he's got ones around there somewhere. There he is.
I want to keep an eye on Slaughter here, and see what's going on with him, and see if it was indeed his tires, or if if he does have something else going on with that car.
Yeah, it could be. He seems to be driving okay now, as he won't get the exit speed on the Sapro. It has a good beer too, if you'd like that. Japanese beer there for the number 30 machine of Kyle Dwelly.
Yeah, it's tough. Again, it's when everybody with fresh tires, it's tough. But yeah, he looks to be okay. It's just going to be a slow climb back up there, maybe. Interesting. He really likes that bottom line. See, I like running the top line here at Bristol myself. It just I just feel like you don't lose your momentum. It's hard to pass a guy on the top.
86 degrees track temperature, but it hasn't really changed much since we looked at that at the start of the show.
Yeah, that's not terribly hot for the south. These guys are certainly used to higher temperatures than that. You can easily come to Bristol and find the temperatures in 100 plus degrees on the track. So 86 is not too bad for these guys at all, really.
And there goes this is the number 5 there of Elton Wu. He's just getting
Yeah, it's
past
Crest,
John.
Brad. Oh, that is Elton Wu. I'm sorry. Yep.
Yeah,
Elton Wu's always fun to watch, man. He always pops up. He always pops up late in these races and makes I seem like I'm always talking about him late in the races. That's the fun part of coming in the middle of the season and doing some of these races. I didn't really get to know the guys, so I didn't have preconceived notions or whatever, And so I'm only basing it off what I've seen, which I think I've done like maybe 4 or 5 races. But I've also done some of their Xfinity stuff. So, you get to see a guy's style after doing both series like that. Because these cars drive dramatically different than the Xfinity cars do. Quite a bit different. These things are pretty tough to drive, which is not surprising me why you're seeing these guys get loose.
And this track as well, too. Yeah, exactly. Very, very tough track and tough cars to drive. But, hey, my friend, they're gladiators, okay? This is their Coliseum. As you can see, every time some of the drivers take a little bit, and that's Brad Kress, I think, there, too. No, my apologies. It was Ben Harcum. Every time you take the inside apron, you can't let the car kind of slide up to the fence. You can see the rear end stays loosey-goosey on that there, out of that turn. That's out of turn 4. It's been catching some of the drivers off. So far, so good as the 5 goes up into the fence for a little dance, a little tango. But we saw during practice a lot of drivers making mistakes off turn 4. But,
a lot.
Yeah, but that's practice. That's when you're making mistakes. Of course, you don't do it in a race if you can avoid it.
Yeah. No, these cars, like I said, I took the Xfinity car out at Bristol this week and did some laps in it, and I was struggling off turn 4. They can get loose quick. This is
loosey goosey in the car as well. Thank you all for tuning in, Andrew. How have you been as well? To Andrew Sharp, of course, races on the JP Broadcasting Network. You still racing, I presume, Andrew? I haven't commentated on you in a while, but race driver at heart as Mark's now trying to sneak that lead there past Kyle, slowly but surely, but they're going to be side by side, and we see some door banging here for the triple bypass watermelon crawl.
Yeah, they're getting after it. Look at Herzog up there. I like that old In-N-Out car. Of course, I'm from Texas. We just got our first In-N-Out burger.
I was going to say, you have it down there? Yeah, you don't. Oh, you got it now. All right, finally.
Just barely. I mean, they just got here. I mean, we got our first ones around my area of Houston, like maybe a year ago.
Nice.
But, I don't know if you've ever heard of Whataburger, but that's our.
Well, I have.
That's the Texas.
Yep.
That's the Texas hamburger.
Yep. I've been meaning to get back to Texas. I've been in Houston, I've been in Dallas, been in a few other places. I haven't lived. I've lived in Vegas and Minnesota and of all places, stuff like that. But a bit of a world traveler, my friend. Been around the States a bit. I love it.
That's quite a difference. Vegas and Minnesota.
Yeah, everything's bigger and better in Texas. I tell you that right now, especially if you love your beef and barbecues and all that sort of jazz as well. Oh yeah. That make me hungry.
Okay, so apparently we've got a penalty on the number 30 car for an unsafe pit exit on the last caution.
Oh,
so that's right. Kyle Dewey.
Kyle Dewey currently running in P12. There he is, the Sapro machine. Maybe he had too many Sapros, mate, and he got caught.
Yeah, right. Yeah, So apparently he was issued a penalty by race control for an unsafe pit exit.
Michael Seymour from Florida is running the Navy livery, the 87 machine. Yep, Andrew, I got that. So you going to Bathurst? Wait, I read something about going to Bathurst next year. Awesome. Going to eat all the Aussie cuisine with your Ziga boxes and Vegemite. Oh, yeah, mate. Good on you.
Oh, I've had Vegemite. Okay, now y'all can...
Wonder if they'll invite me down there to help broadcast for the Bathurst. I'll jump down there. Down in New South Wales, just a few hours drive there from Sydney. I've got a couple of friends that are actually living in Bathurst that do drive as well. Tell me I'll crash at their house. All right. Well, good luck on that, Andrew.
It looks like the 3-car Ryan Hyatt is out of the race. Unfortunately, I got a message from race control that he's out of the race. I'm guessing maybe his computer problems still going on, which is quite unfortunate, being that this is his race that he's sponsoring. I wonder if we could.
Yeah, see if we can grab him.
If he's still in the chat or anything, if we could possibly pull him in and chat with him a little bit, since we didn't get to showcase him too much on track tonight.
Oh, I don't see Ryan, unfortunately, either. Maybe because of those computer problems he's having.
I was going to say, if it is computer, then.
Mark Hertz in the lead there. It's Kyle Fresh, Stevie. Now, you've got to keep an eye on this one, haven't you? Stevie McLendon.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not too familiar with him. I didn't cover any races where he was up front battling too much that I can recall. So I don't know too much about him, but he certainly has got a good run going tonight.
He's got Merry Christmas livery on there too for the Twisty Bits Racing.
I like that.
He's got Santa powered by. Well, he's powered by reindeer actually. I love the Christmas livery. I hope to see more of that in the various spaces that I'm commentating and broadcasting for the jolly old period. Ho 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 ho. With old Uncle Santa.
Well, you managed to get your special effects in. That's good.
Ho, 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 yeah, exactly. Ho, ho, ho. Good one, Jim. Well, as we are getting through it, we're going to slice and dice through these very, very quickly, mate. We're down to about 91 to go with this green flag, but this is also the point where these tyres start going, they're not sticking anymore.
Starting to, yeah. Yeah, Jeff Slaughter's still running. Just right there battling for 7th and 8th. He's not climbing back up to the front like I thought he might. I don't know. Maybe something did happen to his car, or maybe he just got back in traffic and it's a lot tougher to get back up there.
All the sim races
to put this into
go ahead.
To put this into perspective, I was just looking at what lap times. I was trying to see what kind of lap times he's running, and we haven't really talked about lap times too much tonight. Kyle Gretsch has the fastest lap of the race. It's 14.5 seconds.
Wow.
So, yeah. So these guys are putting down 14-second laps getting around this track. I mean, that is flying for a half mile.
That's on the full freshies at the moment. Currently, they're averaging, you can see, mid-15s.
Yeah.
The top two are in the 28 and 38 club for the 15s. And Jeff Slaughter, you can have a look there, 15.6. And he's obviously negotiating a bit of traffic as well, too, as well as some of the other drivers, because we do have a couple of drivers a lap down or two. I think Ryan came back out again, or is he showing? Ryan's back out. I don't think Ryan is completely out of this race just yet. Although he's been sitting at pit road, as you mentioned there, for 4 minutes. I can't see if he's inside the car. But, yeah, he may be completely retired, of course, our race sponsor. Ooh, look at that, squeezing there. Al, the boss man, and Jeff Slaughter.
That's what happens, man. These tires start to go a little bit, and it makes that side-by-side racing get pretty dicey.
I love the door banging.
That's a good battle.
Bring it on, gentlemen.
That's a good battle right there, though.
Jeff just moved across the side to allow a bit of space there. He didn't want to take the boss man out. He'd be like, we're in a bit of trouble here. But as they're trying to make their way past Matt Harmon, and there goes Al. Hasn't done it yet,
hey, Matt's got it hooked up on that high side, though. He's going to be hard to pass up there, man. I'm telling you, you get these cars rolling on that high side as these tires get bad.
Yeah.
And you carry that momentum. That's a tough car. He's tough to pass somebody that can run that high line good. And he's up there. He's doing a nice job.
Derek Cat, number one, just moved out of the way. He said, look, you guys I'm a lap down or so. I'm not going to be in that fight. He's with you at all. Let's have a look. Obviously, you can see currently at the moment, too, the drivers that... see, Hyde's still showing he's in the pits, but not out of the race. He's retired, but... Yeah, those drivers lap down, not wanting to spoil the party, of course, for some of our championship contenders. As Matty into the fence a little bit, that will scrub a bit of speed. But where's Jeff got to go? Now, go through the middle if you want, you're bold and brave, but it is the last great Coliseum.
Yeah, it it is indeed. I've always wanted to go to a race here because it is like a Coliseum. It's.
Could you imagine
that?
Sold out grandstands, like whoa, no man. how the mate just
Oh,
the crowd. You would hear the crowd over the cars probably even at certain points.
Man, Dewey is flying up through there.
Yeah, Carl Dewey just come out of nowhere.
Where did that come from all of a sudden? Yeah, he's hauling butt, man.
And he's on the same boots, you would imagine, as everybody else if they did change their tyres back in lap 71. So he hasn't got like full freshies to zoom on by. Go back up to the P2 and P3. Chad, Bear, and Kyle. As Mark's up the road by 1.5 seconds almost. So look at that. And that's the thing.
That's a big lead here.
Traffic too. This is the thing. That's not easy.
So apparently, Ryan Hyatt is possibly available to drag in and chat with if we can get him in.
Oh, I just don't know where he is.
Well, they said we can drag him into chat if we want, so he must be in Discord somewhere there.
Yeah, I don't see him, mate. Oh, I did see the wreck.
The beam car.
Was that into a? Oh yeah, it might be a wreck.
Oh my gosh! Oh man, that's our leaders up there, man.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Let's have a look here. This is where it's happened. So keep an eye on the 333 as turned in. I'd say, yeah. Oh man, that's an interesting one. That's Angel Rescendance. And then we saw with Kyle, didn't we? Like, that's going to be one for the race control, the live race control, to have a review of that one, because there is lap cars that they're trying to get around. I don't know. You could also say, did Kyle turn up? This is Matthew. That was also involved in this incident. He was also a lap or so down. But this is Kyle. Let's have a look at the chopper cam. We'll get to the chopper. Drivers are all eating pit road live at the moment. Yeah, did he come up too much, but not realizing the 333's there, or thought he cleared the 333?
I mean, or he just slid up, you know. But to me, I'm not race control. It's not my job to make that call. But I see that as the Jim Beam car slid up there. They chose to go 3 wide. He chose to go down low there, and I don't know. They got together, but it looked to me like he slipped up the track. I didn't see the Duracell car do anything wrong there.
Let's see if we can get Ryan, as you mentioned. Ryan, can you jump up into, if you are listening or anything, into our... do we have a waiting room? I don't even think we have a waiting room for the drives, but I don't see... Maybe you can ask if they can come up, and we can do that. As Mark's headed in the pit road, Rick's going to come down in the pit road now there for the 091 machine. So Mark Hertz now will be in our lead. Steve will be in P2. Chad Bear and Brad Kress will be fourth and third when it sorts itself out soon, as Rick's in the pit road. Al, the boss man, P5. Carl Dewey, as you'd mentioned, making some gains up there, P6. Matt Harmon. Jeff Slaughter making his way back up through the field there. And Kyle, as you saw, that was just... no, this is Kyle Grosh. That was, just involved in that little bit of an incident there before. Managers still... All
right, I'm gonna try this with Ryan. Either I'm gonna destroy the whole broadcast, or I'm gonna drag him into the group. One of the two.
Oh, I see Ryan now. Yep. Okay. All right, give it a shot there, Jim. We give Jim power.
Well, I thought I did, but
all right.
Yeah, no.
Right click on his name, and then we go move to, and then put him in broadcast. You select broadcast.
Oh.
Yep. And remember to put him back in the lounge too after. We got him. We got him. Jim was figuring it out there, Ryan. If we can get you in for a chin wagon, mate. Of course, our sponsor, driver sponsor for the day. But unfortunately, that number 3 machine sitting in pit road. What happened?
I just had connection issues, and with this being my home track, it was kind of frustrating being as many laps down as I was. So I figured if Matt needed some help, I'd hang out and give him a hand in the booth.
Yeah, you when you were out there on the track, man, when you came back out, you looked like you were hauling the mail there a little bit. You were running good. Car was fast.
Yeah, it felt great on the long run. I tried pulling a fast one and hoped we'd get a quick yellow, and that wasn't the plan at all. And so I was just like, well, I'm going to be in a bigger hole. I might as well just hang out and enjoy it.
Well, we got him going back here on the green flag, and man, Herzog just shot out there to the lead. He's we had a little shake up there with that some of the lead cars being involved with that lap car. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Little shake and bake. You're welcome to stay with us in the booth, my friend, because this is going to go by pretty quickly. 66 laps.
Yeah.
You can eat some of that watermelon that we have up here in the booth as well too.
Yes.
For the watermelon crawl 200 here, and
yeah,
thank you once again for your sponsor. I believe you're sponsoring the rest of the season too. Is that correct?
Yeah. My weather page is the series sponsor, and this is my family machine shop that I'm sponsoring the race with tonight. So. Yeah, it's
so
just.
Tell us a little bit about the family machine shop while we got you in here too.
Well, we're a small job shop, so we do odds and ends for like the mining industry, just various other industries, making little parts, whether it's modifying a mining bit or a flagpole base or just various metal things or even plastic things. We'll make something that you can use out of it. Where the watermelon came from is out front. It's kind of like a local landmark. We've got a big, I don't know how many gallon it is, but propane tank that's painted up like a watermelon. So all the locals out in the county out there will tell people to turn left at the watermelon to go to my house.
Hey, that's
well,
cool.
I can.
There's a wreck up the road and avoid the 78.
Man.
Whoa, as we're riding on board with Matt Harmon. And, well, he was a perfect harmony with that car not to get into that wreck. And, whew, that was a Code Brown moment.
I see what you did there with that harmony. I like that.
Let's go back and have a look. Who was it that had the little spinneroo exiting out of turn 4?
It was I believe it was a 78 car.
Yeah, let's have a look. That was Ben Harcum.
Yeah, it's Harcum, yeah.
Let's have a look what Ben did.
And look who's right underneath him there. Oh, did he avoid him? No, unfortunately he didn't. Golly.
Jeff Slaughter and Kyle.
Man,
yes, so as Bear Harcum spins, but shouldn't be too much damage there. Remember, they've only got the fast repairs that some of the drivers have elected to burn up, but that will give us another caution.
Yeah, but I believe he probably used his. He was involved in that last crash too, though. Old Kyle Gretsch, he was involved in that last one. Where the Jim Beam car spun, so he might not have a fast repair left.
If he got that much damage on, I don't think he did. It was just a tap. It just depends if he hit that steering column and bent it, didn't it? Yeah. Oh, as you can see.
Yeah, he did catch him on that corner there. It could have knocked that wheel out of a line. Jump in the car with him if you can and see. We'll see if he's got his wheel all crooked in there.
Yeah, we will do that. We're having a look as he's going in pit road. He's going to sit down there and visit you there, Ryan. And pit road.
Oh no, I don't need any more company down here.
Yeah, no, right? So, I'm pretty sure that Biggles here doesn't know what a watermelon crawl is. That's a southern.
I do not know. Sorry,
southern country term.
That's a good old time right there.
Oh, this car's a little beat up at the moment too, mate.
Yeah. Well,
will that buff out, Andrew?
That's when they make. That's when they make watermelon moonshine.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, all right, cool. Yep. I like moonshine.
And you get so hammered on watermelon moonshine that all you can do is crawl back home.
Oh, now I get it. All right.
That's what the watermelon crawl is.
So, well, crawling, of course, still is drivers wanting to crawl their way into more and more points in this playoff at the moment. And so this is going to flip things around a little bit, but let's have a look. So, Ryan, unfortunately, my friend, you're going to drop a couple of places.
Yeah, I'm done, so.
Just 1 point, but that's not bad, I'd say, because, you never know how it's going to flip itself up over. John Campbell, the Australian, this is one that's really on the bubble. He's currently running in P12, and he's 11th there in the playoffs. So anything can happen.
Yeah,
it's Bristol.
I mean, that's definitely a tough break for Ryan. Unfortunately, man, you're going to take a hit tonight, but you never know. I mean, there might be a couple other guys take a hit, but like I said, I think it's going to be pretty brutal on your point standings tonight, especially going out as early as you did. Really, even coming back would have helped. Getting those extra few laps in may have saved you a little bit. But
who do you think at the
that's
moment?
tough.
I don't know if it's too soon there, Ryan, or if you want, but you got to get that Stevie at the moment's looking pretty strong, isn't he? 151, the man that's in the Christmas spirit, because he's up 15 places. He's slowly but surely been just chipping away at overtakes. But that's my pick now. I'm giving it to old. I was going to call you Steve McQueen at the moment there too, Stevie. But let's go racing again.
Green flag.
Yeah, Ryan, you can give us your pick, mate, on who you think's going to win this Watermelon 200.
Let's see. Based off of what I could see out there, I'm going to go 91 or 27. I feel like Chad, he's from about an hour away from here, hour and a half. He's pretty fast normally here as well, so I think that he'll just kind of lean into his own knowledge and from being a local, and I think that he'll probably be the one to pull it out.
I wanted to ask you this, Jim. Jim was probably going to ask that because we were talking about he'd love to go. Jim was saying he'd love to go to this track. Have you? I presume you've been to this track, mate, since your backyard there, Ryan?
Yeah. I've got season tickets here, so I need to actually call Bristol back since now that you brought it up, you reminded me to do it. I'm past the deadline to renew my season ticket, so I need to get on that.
Yeah, you do. Grab me one while you're at it, too, mate. Yeah, I'll fly over every time.
I don't know how old you are, but were you around and going to the races back when the old configuration was still there, or no?
I was. I'm 30.
Yeah.
That's actually funny you mentioned that. Every time
you were going as a kid then.
Yeah. I've seen it on both configurations. Everybody can hate the new configuration if they want, but to me, it almost went in. It went in. To me, it went inverted. Like everybody fought for the bottom, and now everybody fights for the wall.
Yeah.
And so you're still single lane. It's just how are you going to get around them? And I mean,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't know. Now we're on a truck series team, and if it's different. If as long as you can bring the truck home clean here with just very minimal bumpage, then that's a great night. But I don't know.
I mean, I grew up with the old configuration of Bristol, and back in the heyday of NASCAR when there was 150,000 people packed in this place, and there's no other atmosphere in NASCAR like Bristol was back in the day. I don't know if it's still the same today, but man, back in the day, it's just its own special event. I mean, some tracks have infields that are fun and whatever, but just being in this stadium, as small as it is, with as many people and as high as those seats are, it's just always been a special track.
Yeah, it's always been very special track to me, obviously, being local. And I don't know, with the way NASCAR's going, it would be great to have some more tracks. Heck, it would be great if somehow they could get us similar to the old configuration track, since they're wanting to build all these short tracks or redo all these tracks. It'd be cool to have an old configuration kind of, or at least something similar, like a clone of sorts.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good tracks that they don't race at anymore. Like I guess they still race at Rockingham. I think they took that off the schedule, didn't they?
We're going back there next year. Trucks and Xfinity.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Everybody keeps talking to me in the racing leagues about Miami Homestead should be the finale race, but I don't seem to do that anymore, do they?
That's a fun track.
It was for years. Yeah. It was for years,
Leagues do it. Most leagues do Miami. By the way, what are we doing for the final championship race here in Triple Bypass?
Texas.
Well, Texas Motor Speedway's cool.
Texas, yeah.
That's your neck of the woods there, Chad.
Yeah, it's a few hours away. It's about 4 hours away from where I'm at. But, yeah, it's a good Texas is a good track, similar to Charlotte and, Atlanta.
I really enjoyed my time this year out in Texas when we came. We actually ended up coming to Texas Motor Speedway this year, and that was honestly a really cool track to go to.
Here comes my pick at the moment, hunting down Mark. Now, has Steve McQueen calling The man from Temple in Georgia. I don't know if you know the redneck announcer, mate. He's in Rome, Georgia. He's down in the neck of the woods. He commentates with me for another racing series in NASCAR. That's the Christmas spirit. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. There we go. Santa Claus Steve. We've got Christmas themes.
I'm not too sure that Biggles isn't on the watermelon crawl himself right now.
No, mate. Oh, I was going to say it's not beer o'clock yet, but it is just turned 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me.
Oh,
but
look, it's all
not while I'm broadcasting. Not while I'm broadcasting.
We got an old
after,
Jimmy Buffett song that says it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Somewhere, exactly.
That is right.
One.
So you can do that. Well, I say Jimmy Buffett song. Actually, it's an Alan Jackson song, but I'm an old Buffett fan, so that's where I know it from. But yeah, so back to the racing here.
Al's just got past Kyle, so that's they're battling out. Of course, that'll help them out in the playoffs too. The boss man wants to get ahead of Kyle because Kyle's got the most points under his
Al's
belt.
moving up there.
Yeah, Brad Crest now on Jeff Slaughter, who's been struggling this race, hasn't he? The 88. He probably got. You can see that car's dinged up and seen better days, but he's still in it and maybe just a little bit down on pace.
Well, I mean, he's up there within striking distance. Coming, I mean, we still got 30 to go.
And this is the right time to do it with 30 to go. You mentioned probably you don't want to burn those tyres out too much. You want to have just enough left for 15 good, hard, fast, quick laps. And look at those last lap times that these drivers have been doing.
So, Ryan, when you were out there, did you run enough laps to know what these tires are doing tonight? Were they dropping off pretty good or what?
I feel like I ran the low line. I tend to still run the low line here, even with the new configuration. I felt like if you ran the high side, they'd burn off quick. They definitely went away about 65 laps in.
Okay. Yeah.
If I was guessing.
Yeah. And let's see, when did these guys last pit? On 130?
Yeah. So getting close.
So
close to the cliff.
Yeah, well, that means those tires are going to, if we don't get a caution, those tires are going to be pretty slick around the end of this race.
Don't you say the
For me, it was the right front just burning off, and it would get real tight. I don't know if it was just my driving style or what, right. But I'm eager to see if anybody else gets tight as this run goes.
Y'all are on fixed setups, so if that's what the setup was doing, I mean, driving style certainly plays a part in that, and the fact that you were running the low line, usually would put the car on the right rear. So you would think, we got something going on here. Is that who is that?
It's Ben Harcum. And
I didn't say that. Did I say that?
Michael Seymour have come together.
Yeah.
And as you can see, there's an additional wreck after that one. Who was tagged on that? That's the. I'm sure those drivers are well aware that there was a caution coming. So I'm not quite sure why they didn't slow down.
Golly, yeah, you would. Yeah, that was pretty late to come piling in there like that.
Let's get back and have a look at the replay on what's happened here. So we caught this kind of the pictures live on that one as I switched it over. And there it is. Just come back into it. Up.
Yeah, he just slid up the track there. That, as Ryan knows, that's the clear sign. That
I wonder if the drivers are flipping the bird at each other or not like that in this. So, that's where the extra collision.
iRacing frowns on that kind of behavior, just so you know.
Yeah, they'll catch you with the cameras all around the track.
iRacing frowns on that.
Now, who was it that turns? That's the.
Yeah, so that was just a case right there of tires. He slid up the track there. Oh my gosh! No, that was Herzog.
Yes, that's Mark.
Oh man, we've had
That's our race leader. Now he's in pit road. Leaders. They've all just come in, of course, to take that opportunity because, as you'd heard from Ryan before, they're our sponsor, of course, our driver sponsor for the day, who's unfortunately
Well, I hope he still had his fast repair left.
Let's see. This is going to be very important to come out first as well, too. You don't want to lose track position here. You want to be perfect. You don't crash into Ryan's car there. It's in pit road. And let's see how they pan that one out. Let's see if Mark can get out ahead of Steve. Where's Steve? Steve, his pit box is a lot earlier back there because of his qualifying position. And Mark Mark's coming out. He used his fast repair.
Oh, yeah, he got out. Yeah, he did. He might only took 2 tires there, too. I'm
Chad
not sure.
come out second. Al, Brad, John Campbell. What's happened to Steve? Very slow pit stop. Not a pit stop time that you wanted to do. The man that was in P2 chasing down Mark for the lead.
My guess is he took 4, and some of those guys took 2.
Oh, with 21 to go. Now, there, Ryan. Is that a wise decision? You're going to have a lot of pace?
Track position, man.
Yeah.
With fresh right side tires, you got to. I think that's. I mean, I don't know about you, Ryan, but if I were in there, that's what I would have done right there.
Yeah, I probably would have taken 4.
Let's quickly see if we can get a word from Mark. If Mark's in the chat, there, I'll bring him up for a second. We're going to remember to put him back out of Lounge 1. Hey, Mark, it's up in the booth. We've got a quick word there. You're currently in the lead. You just managed to... you got part of that accident before, wasn't it? That happened up the road there. How's the 57?
Yeah, good thing the guys had a spare car on the trailer for me because I had to use it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be finishing this race.
Yeah, we saw that. And you managed still to get out ahead of everybody else in the pit lane. With 19 to go, mate, about 18 or something to go soon now, you think you're going to get this one in the bag? Take home?
I'm going to try my best, but Chad over here he's the guy usually in these NextGen and Xfinity races to beat, so we'll see.
All right, mate.
So, Mark, did you take 2 tires there, or did you take 4?
I took all 4.
All right. Oh, okay. All right,
Thank you. Good luck, mate. I'll put you back down.
You had a good pit stop.
All right, you just heard from Mark, who's leading this race at the moment. Would like to lead another 18 laps, really, to take it, but he's got Chad Barr on his outside. Brad, anything's going to happen here. Ryan, when it's all breaks loose now, every man for himself, how's it going to go?
Oh, I definitely think it's all heck's breaking loose.
Well, he got a nice jump on them right there. That's
yep, I saw it in the back there because my computer.
Oh yeah! Oh no! Golly! What a night he's had, man.
Yeah, he's already being dumped at the moment. That car now, I'm pretty sure he's not going to have any fast repair. Let's go back and have a look what happened to poor Jeffrey. This is under the race restart out of turn 4, wasn't it? I think, and then they get to get on the loud pedal. And is that a cold tires? Actually, no, it's all on Jeff.
Oh,
just couldn't get the power down.
They came around on him. Yeah, I tell you what, Ryan knows this. You don't know how easy it is to do that at Bristol on cold tires, man. You gas it up coming out of that turn just a little bit early, and it is so easy to do that, right, Ryan?
Oh, it's definitely easy to loop it on cold tires here. I did one of those driving experience things just to say I could drive on Bristol, and there was a guy in a custom fire suit, and we were sitting there, and all of a sudden, this guy comes off a 4 on the low side, clips the apron, and just loops it. And it was the guy with the custom fire suit, and this one guy working goes, of course, the guy with the custom fire suit is the guy who F's up. And yeah, so I mean, it's easy to kick it around here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Jeff's going back down to pit road. I don't know if we want to pull Jeff in because he's in a lounge all by himself. Maybe he doesn't want to be. I don't know. It's up to you. What do you guys think? If we?
No, I'd probably. Yeah, he's probably pretty frustrated at this point, considering where he started this race.
That's true. But he's one of our sponsors, of course. We saw that Tennessee.
Yeah, no, I mean that's true. That's
on the Edge Racing, Slaughter Racing Designs. There he is. There.
I mean, yeah, he's going to be in the pit. Pull him in real quick. Let's see what happens.
All right, that's on you.
He can tell us he can fuss at us.
Bring me my buddy on in here.
All right. Hey, Jeffrey. You're up at the booth at the moment, my friend. Not having the best days there for the 88 machine.
No, it's pretty tough there. Just got a little too greasy. Got on too early and just self-spun.
Yeah, the first part of your night was going fantastic, and it just seems like the second half, just everything that could happen has happened.
Yeah, I've had some really bad luck here the last couple of weeks, but I don't know. We'll see what we can do here. Turn around.
We're enjoying
you still got a few laps.
Yeah, you still got a few laps, mate. Don't worry about it. 14 lap sprint to the end now. You can make up a couple places. You're 15th.
Yeah, go up there. Yeah, go up there and get what you can, man. Good luck on the rest of this race. I'm pulling for you.
Yep. I'll push him back
All right,
down
awesome. Thanks, guys.
into the lounge floor. I think he was by himself. All right,
Hey,
so
Jeff, real quick, thank you for running
nope.
GSC tonight, buddy.
I already pushed him down.
Oh,
mate,
we've
sorry.
already dropped him.
Ah!
I had to
Okay,
get
That's all
it
right.
ready for the race.
It's all good.
Um,
It's all good. I'll tell him later.
unless you can do it, Jim, next time around, mate. It'll help me out there if you've got that
Yeah,
figured
you know,
out.
I'll try.
Jim, yep.
I'm going to end up pulling James in and having us fuss. He'll be fussing at us or something.
Re-rack them, restack them, do it all
All
over
right.
again. Can Mark get one of those fantastic launches there for the 57 in and out there, and that'll buy himself at least 3 laps before you're going to get an overtake from Chad or Brad? Or will Chad learn second round dress rehearsals over, main show, and go, I'm not going to get you to launch it away from me again? Quickly for the Jim Beam racing machine. Keep an eye out, of course. Give it to John. John's slowly made his way up, the Aussie, as you can see.
Yeah.
The crispy
Green
donuts
flag,
on that
green
machine.
flag.
Let's go green.
He did it again. Got a nice jump again. Right out there, pulling away a little bit. And Chad dropped in there behind him. You know, I just noticed old Brad Kress is up there, man. Like I told you earlier in the race, he just always seems to appear at the end of these races somewhere up there near the front. And
Yeah,
Harmon's
he
up
is.
there in 5th. Good run.
And now he's got
Yeah, let's
almost
see.
10 to go, gentlemen. So he's got to start really launching it. Somebody's down on the inside apron. That's Steve, I think. No, it's not somebody else. But we'll go back up to the pictures at the front where it matters with 10 to go for the watermelon crawl. So one of these drivers will be into that watermelon a little bit later on there, which is Southern Moonshine.
Yes.
You could power these cars with that stuff.
You could. Actually, it'd probably be too much for these engines. It'd blow them up. Yeah, that Southern Moonshine's tough, man. But I'll tell you what, it's funny. It's become big business now. There's all kinds of flavored moonshines.
That's true. Hey, without it, we wouldn't be
it's actually
NASCAR
pretty cool.
racing. So we got to thank all the early
That's
day
a true
moonshiners
story.
for that.
That is a true story right there.
Well, what
I'm
can Chad
surprised
do?
you knew that.
He's on the high line, gentlemen. Al's starting to crawl him in a little bit too, as well as Brad, but their time to move is now. With 7 to go, Mark's still in the little bit of lead.
He's just got to find the line where he can pick up a 10th or 2 and just try to pull him down in these last few laps. Man, it's hard. It seems like Mark's found a line that's working nice for his car right now. He's running the high side and kind of turning it down, diming it off the corner. But here comes Chad down on the bottom. Going to see if he can make that work. But like I told you earlier in the race, man, it's hard to pass a guy that's running that high line here at Bristol, especially with good tires on the car. You know, that's really tough.
Yeah, they all got full
see.
races on that too, as you heard too from the
Yeah.
drivers. So it's not. Well, we don't know if all the drivers do, but
I'll tell you
looks
what.
like they do.
Chad's driving the wheels off of it right now, man. He's hanging the rear end out. You can tell he's trying to bring it.
Yeah, that's right on board with him for
Yeah.
a little bit there. We've only a couple of laps
Yeah, you
to
can
go.
see it. He's driving the wheels off of it, man. Look at him correcting that steering wheel a little bit because it's snapping on him.
Yeah, what if there's going to be a late send now because we're coming around to 1 to go. Penultimate lap of the race. Chad's going to throw everything, the kitchen sink, the cats and dogs, everything he possibly can, but will it be enough there? Mark's holding on still there for the In-N-Out Burger. Is powered by the best fast food in town. It's not going to be enough, is it?
No, it's not going to be enough. Good run, though.
Yeah.
They made it exciting there at the end.
Mark gets it. Gets the job done for the 57. Just there, a nose hair ahead of Chad Bear. Big Al, the boss man, will give himself that 3rd place there. Brad Kress, Elton Wu, Mark Hammond, and Steve. My pick, unfortunately, ended up finishing P9 after that long pit stop that cost him that chance of winning the race there. Both the Carls, 8th for 9th, and Jensen Benson in P10, as Mark does. The burnouts, my friend. Our tires are non-refundable. You don't have to return them. Congratulations.
You don't have to return them. All right. Yeah. Well,
Let's
let's
take a look
see.
at the final
Is,
results.
we have-
This is a field.
Yeah.
Jim, if you'd like to go over that. Results for us, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking to see if I had any messages from race control. All right, so you had Mark Herzog in first there, Chad Bear driving hard to finish second. Man, he was coming. The big boss man Al Corey in third, Brad Kress again, always up there at the end. Elton Wu in fifth. Matt Harmon had a good run there in sixth. Steve Linden ended up finishing seventh, I think. I thought so. He didn't end up too bad. Kyle Gretsch in eighth. That's unfortunate for him the way he was running earlier in this race. Him and Jeff Slaughter dominated the first part of this race. That's very unfortunate. Kyle Dewey in ninth and Jason Benson in 10th. And then we got JC John Campbell finishing 11th. Jeff Slaughter finishing 12th. He made up a few positions there after that last caution. And Ben Harkram, Rick Ellison, and Will Emmerich rounded out your top 15. And got Michael Seymour, Angel. I got no shot at saying that last name properly.
Resend
and
it.
Matthew Alcoa. And I should have left the bottom part for you. That's where all the tough names were.
Oh no, dancing like a ninja, yeah. Derek Cat. Ryan is being kind enough to share that with the booth of us. For unfortunately, the number 3 having to retire early. Tyler, Ryan, you might know how to pronounce all these names, but Tyler Rulis, John Barton, Ward Fisher.
Yeah, that's the best way that I understand how to pronounce Tyler's last name.
And Chris Walker. Rounding about. Chris Walker didn't start the race, and neither did Matt.
No, well, Matt's our race control for tonight, so
right.
That's why he's in there. Yeah, he's doing a great job in race control, sending me messages, let me know what's going on. So I apparently there was a penalty on the 87 that I missed for not holding the brake and avoidable contact with the 57. So that must have been on that. That was on that last caution when he didn't hold the brake and slid down the track, and Herzog clipped him in the front. But all things worked out for Herzog. Thank goodness he still had his spare car on the trailer, as he said.
Yeah, let's grab them. We'll grab those top 3 drivers actually that finished on the podium. Mark, Chad, and Al. We'll drag them in now. Let them know that we'll go through the interviews. So Al, Chad, and Mark, our top 3. We're going to drag you all in there, and you can have a listen to the interviews, of course, but we'll go through one by one. Jim, who would you like to interview first?
Well, let's go ahead and take third place, and we'll do the boss man Al to start with.
Howdy.
Howdy, Al.
Hey man, good run for you tonight. There, you kept your stuff pretty clean, and then slid up there at the end.
Yeah, I was a little bit lucky and unlucky, I guess. I got a speeding penalty in the first pit stop. I sped on pit road, so I ended up having to start way at the back, which was not what I wanted, and had to really fight my way back. But I got a couple of cautions that brought me back up to the leaders, and then was able to finish up in third. So not disappointed.
I'll tell you what, maybe being back there for part of that race might not have been the worst thing in the world, because we had a lot of our front runners tonight get into some trouble and, messed up a few of them's race a little bit, so it's, good to see you up there. But we sure had some excitement up here tonight. We knew Bristol was going to be exciting, and it was indeed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a crapshoot, right? Like, are the wrecks going to be mid-pack? Are they going to be at the front? Like I said, I just got lucky. I was able to, I think I started back in, 15th or 16th, whatever it was, and I worked my way back up to the front, but just got lucky with the way the cautions flew and the way that the wrecks happened. So, yeah, sometimes need a little luck.
This is going to be good for you, gentlemen, yourself there and Mark too, because you guys are 1 point behind there in this playoffs, and with both yourself there and Mark getting good results, it should be a bit easier because Ryan's in the booth with us. He unfortunately retired early. So
yeah, I saw that he had a little bit of trouble there. That was a rough night. I think he had a connection drop at some point.
Yeah, his computer gave him fits, but yeah, it's good night for you and Herzog as far as the points championship go. That ought to work out really nice for you. Anybody you want to shout out before we move on here?
No, congratulations to the top 2 and to all the playoff drivers. Thanks for the broadcast, and thanks to all my TBP co-founders.
Hey, Rafter.
Yes, sir.
No. It wasn't a connection issue. I was just real hungry. I haven't eaten today, and I had to go visit your snack shack.
Snack shack, 2 for 1,
Yep.
2 for 1 hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were great, man.
All right, boys, take care.
Congratulations there.
All right, Al.
Yep.
Thanks.
That was the man
All
finishing
right.
P3. Now,
So,
let's grab the man in P3.
Chad.
Yeah.
Chad Bear, man, you were looking really strong there at one point, and then you got into a little trouble and banged your car up a little bit, but you still came back and ran strong there at the end. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, that was. I didn't feel like I was very good on cold tire or fresh tires or whatever. It really cost me there at the end of it. But on those super long runs, I felt like I was either just a touch better than Mark, or just right with him. I thought me and him had the best pace of everybody, but yeah, I got tangled up with those lap cars there. I really thought that was more their fault than mine, but I went back and looked at the replay, and it was probably just as much my fault as theirs. I had too big of a run to back out. I just was too aggressive, I guess, for that point in the race. So
yeah, I mean, I think it looked like it just slid up on you from what I saw. I mean, you look like you had a good run there, and you kind of drifted up, and I don't know if they maybe came down a little bit, but yeah, like you said, I mean, sometimes you just can't. You got too good of a run to lift. You just got to go for it,
Yeah, we were in a pretty big pack of lap traffic right there, and I felt like my tires just had got to where I could catch Mark. I was just starting to reel him in on that long run, and like I said, those 2 lap cars were kind of struggling right there, and I had a huge run, and I just didn't want to back out of the gas, and I ended up, at least being halfway responsible for the wreck, and hopefully I didn't mess up anybody else that was running for the points too bad. I was being aggressive, but it was completely innocent.
What lap that was on there, Chad? Just wanted to show that on the replay because I can't.
I was back looking at it. It's on 128.
128. Okay, thank you. Yep, that's around where Kyle also had a crash. Let's have a look where you are here.
Yeah, I got him involved in that, and I hate that I got Kyle in it.
I remember this. That's right. Into the 333 it was, into the Duracell machine. This is what you said. You didn't lift, and bingo.
Yeah. Like I said, I just had such a run. I didn't want to. If I could have just stayed low enough to get, I was going to have them cleared by the time we got halfway down the straightaway. I had such a run, but we just didn't have the room for that maneuver. So we'll.
And those guys, they had a gap. They were leaving a gap between each other, and so it didn't leave you a lot of room. From your in-car camera, man, it looked tight, like you were sticking it in a hole there. From the outside view, it didn't look as bad, but if you look at it from your in-car, it looked like you were sticking it in the hole there for sure. But I mean, that's lucky for you. It didn't seem to impact your night too much. I'm assuming you still had your fast repair at that point, or?
Yeah, I did. Luckily, of course, I went back and looked at the wreck, and I really didn't crash like that bad. I thought that I destroyed the car, but I really just barely had any damage. But I did use it there, so that was the only way that I was able to run with Mark at the end of that.
Yeah, well, and same with him. I mean, he got caught up in one of those late ones and was able to use his fast repair and still get out of the pits in first place, which was really impressive,
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Me and him both got lucky to wreck and really didn't lose any track position. So either one of us. So, yeah, that was really lucky.
You've been running up front. Every race I've broadcast this season, you've always been up around the front, especially in these next-gen cars. You really seem to have these things figured out. So, going into Texas next week, how you feel about your chances next week now?
I appreciate you saying that because I think the next gen is probably my weakest link on here. Like I do end up toward the front, but it's so different than the Xfinity car or the truck or any other.
I've seen you do Xfinity and I've seen you do these. And it may just be the races that I've done in next gen, but you seem to, always be up there. And of course you're always a contender in the Xfinity cars too, of course. But I mean, like I said, Mark gave you a big compliment. He said that you were definitely the man to beat tonight. he said that you were fast. He was worried about you, so he gave you a lot of props there.
Well, that's nice of him to say because I felt like he had us covered, especially, just having just as few laps left there as we did at the end of it. I knew I wasn't going to get by him unless he just completely had it get out from under him or he got in the wall or something like that. But Mark's he's a good dude. He deserved to win that. I like to win every race I get in, but I don't mind to finish second to him. He's a good dude. So yeah, but I don't know if I'll make Texas or not. I've got a crazy work schedule, but if I do, we'll see how it goes. I have no idea what these cars will be like there. So
they should be fun there for sure. They're going to probably be pretty loose coming off there.
Yeah, turn 1 and 2 there is
yes.
Very, very difficult to hit right in any vehicle, much less these.
It doesn't matter.
So
right, especially these. Right, I can imagine this car was a handful tonight here. Xfinity cars are a reasonable handful here. I can only imagine what this next gen car must have been.
I'll tell you the truth. I don't know if it's these setups that they've got built for us or what, but I mean, I thought it was super easy to drive. The only thing you had to watch for was overheating the right rear. Like if you were running the bottom, you would kind of have it come out from under you off of not so much off turn 2, but off turn 4. Like if you came off too low with too much wheel in it, it would snap on you. But it was a lot easier to drive than like an Xfinity car would be here.
Hey, Mr. Bear. Hey, Mr. Bear.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we should have a word with the winner.
Hey, they're just talking to me, buddy.
That's
hey,
true.
well,
thank you, sponsors there, Chad. Yeah.
Chad, you got anybody want to shout out before you go enjoy some of that Jim Beam and some of that watermelon moonshine?
Let Chad talk. I like his accent. He sounds sexy, man.
Jim Beam and watermelon.
Thanks. Yeah, no, not both. Just the Jim Beam tonight, boys. I got to take care of the sponsors. But no, I appreciate you all. I forgot who sponsored it, but thanks to whoever sponsored it. Congratulations, Mark.
Well, he's right in here.
Right here.
It's right. He's right in here with us.
Mr. Hyatt. Well, yeah, appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Buddy.
And thank you, Al, for cutting me off, and I'm going to go have a drink.
See you, Chad.
There we go. P2, man.
Good job, Chad.
Got the job done.
So I think we're done here in the interview booth now. We've covered them all, right? Oh, no, wait a minute. There's one more guy still in here. Good job tonight, Mark. Man, this is the first race that you've won that I've covered with GP. And I always knew you were tough, but just something happened. But tonight, man, you put it together, and you even, like you said, your crew saved that extra car for you when you needed it tonight. Good job.
Yeah, I think this is actually my first win in the next gen, and probably the best race I've had overall. It was fun, man. I was scared. I had Chad back there, and Al was starting to make his move, and I was lucky enough there wasn't enough laps that I could screw it up too bad,
Yeah, man. Well, look, you were getting some fantastic restarts there when you were up front. You were jumping out on them. You had them pulled by 3 or 4 car lengths by the time you got to the first turn there. I mean, with restarts like that, it makes it a whole lot easier to hold them off.
Yeah, it's true. It gives me a little bit of a cushion to settle down and settle my nerves and get back into that rhythm.
Yeah, what a great night for you, man, and it's a nice shot in the arm for the points championship too.
Yeah, I was surprised I actually made the pass. We had a couple of guys who did really well but didn't make enough races to qualify. Like, speaking of one, we just interviewed him, was Chad. He didn't have enough races, otherwise he'd be in the playoffs,
Oh, for sure, yeah, but he said he has a tough work schedule. But yeah, good job, man, and like I said, this could be a nice little shot to your playoff chances. I don't know how far you're going to move up, but you're in 8th going into this race, and you're not more than about, 20, 25 points back or something like that. This should have helped a lot.
Ahead of John. John didn't race tonight. Ryan, of course, we heard about, didn't finish there. Jeff finished down in P12. Jason Benson in P10. Kyle finished down in P9. Yeah, so a lot of these drivers, mate, you've taken a gaggle of points out of them. A hell of points.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, everybody, a lot of these guys had a rough night tonight, but like I said, well, I mean, you would have had a rough night if you didn't have that fast repair save there. That would have sure hurt you. But good job. Anybody you want to shout out before you go enjoy a couple of them In-N-Out burgers?
I just got to thank the TPB guys for putting on this league. I'm so glad to have found it. A lot of really nice, cool guys here. Ryan and his crew for sponsoring for you guys broadcast us, and I always got to thank my wife Linda for letting me come out here and spend a couple hours with you fine gentlemen. Oh, and also Rafters Snack Shack. I ate there before the race, and that's why I was pretty quick that I had to get to the damn bathroom after eating these hot dogs.
That's what I figured. Hot dogs moving in on you. That's why you wanted to get interviewed so fast so you could get out of the car.
You looking for some sponsorship next season? There, are you?
I already got the decal on the car, Al.
Good job. Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about In-N-Out Burger, mate. You got hot dogs, so congratulations.
That's right.
And
That's
now
right.
just the standings have been updated, so you're now third. You've been you pushed your way all the way up to third now, mate. So that's a nice race win at Bristol.
Scary. Now you guys are really scaring me.
And you survived the last great Coliseum too, mate. So you can proudly call yourself a gladiator, or Centaurian, really, at this point.
That's right.
Yep,
yeah,
that's for sure. Well, thank you guys for putting on.
Yeah, good job, man.
For us.
I tell you what, I don't know if I don't think I'm covering next week's race, but you can believe I'm going to watch it. I've gotten to enjoy working with some of you guys this season, and I sure want to see how this thing settles out next week.
Well, thank you again. Yeah, it's going to be fun to see how this season ends up.
Yep. All right, Mark. We appreciate it. Congratulations again.
Thank you to you guys. Spend the time to be out here and do this with us.
Yep, and want to thank Ryan and Tennessee Storm Chasers one more time for the season sponsorship, and then Central Machine Shop. We're gonna have to go do that watermelon crawl now.
Wish we could. Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Now that Biggles knows about the watermelon crawl.
Yeah, now I'm like, yeah, all right. I've got a tank at the back there. I'm going to paint in a watermelon and start brewing some moonshine in it now. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's probably illegal in Australia, would be my guess.
Shh, don't want to know about it. What they don't know won't hurt them. All right.
All right, you guys. Listen, we're paying you by the hour. Let's wrap it up.
Yep. Thank you.
No, we got to drag it out a little more.
No, it's fine, Al. Thank you very much. Al, do you want to have any final words, mate, friend? Because we're going to Texas for the finale.
Yeah,
I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race. I'm expecting the setup to be just as awesome as tonight. So yeah, I'm expecting a real humdinger. It's my home track. I'm here in Texas, so hopefully I do well.
Oh, where are you at in Texas?
I'm in Dallas.
Oh, okay. I'm down in Houston.
Okay, great. Well, you should come up for a race sometime.
I know, right? We believe me, we can work that out.
All right, guys. I'm going to
definitely work that out.
Thanks so much, very much, and we'll hope to see you.
All right, Al.
Week.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yep. That's it, Jim.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so
we're
that's
done.
it from you and me, my friend. So make sure you check the Collected Discord and sign up, of course, for upcoming seasons, because this one's about to wrap up and we'll be a part of this fantastic, great network. And the chaps all get along well, and it's occasionally going to get beef, but that's motor racing for you, even in the virtual world. So it's been fantastic, and make sure you tune in, same place, same network, same time next week. Good night.
All right. Yep.